Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not first and for make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead that can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might show us stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you might show us stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let them see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. A day when Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora were all in the same mood, a mood of sadness, anger, stress, depression, and all of the pejorative emotional um, feeling. But I would suggest that we shake up our emotion and get back into our vibrancy. It is hard to do because I'm struggling, and I know all of us are struggling because this is a part of what they want for us. They want all of us to be in a somber, hopeless, and despair mood and feel like there is no future. And we want to show them that we have got resiliency in us. People of Jamaica, let us shake out of it because we have an awful lot of work to do. While the country is in despair, what we, the people of Jamaica, have is a prime minister in helicopter. I look down upon a man-made disaster. Him a watch the people in the street. I struggle to find food to eat. But if you continue to destroy the people, we're gonna burn down the country. Message to you, Prime Minister. You see the hope picture taking and fly there, politically fly there, and I must visit labor areas, counties, and constituencies again before. Prime Minister, take the politics and the optics out of what is angering a lot of us at the moment. We are angry. We are frustrated, Prime Minister, all across the country, all across the diaspora. Firstly, with your agreement and cahoots with the American, with Donald Trump, to carry out a vicious assault on us, Prime Minister. And to top that off, you flying around in helicopter day after day without a buckle of water and 2 canvas to put this over your roof till help come. We have a military Prime Minister where we have Coast Guard speedboat where we live on an island where the Coast Guard can access places like St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Westmoreland coastline, and all of that within no time. Our Army Prime Minister are trained to deal with difficult terrain and difficult scenarios. Meaning, Sir Prime Minister, or JDF must be activated to clear the dead bodies across the country. We Coast Guard have helicopter. We Coast Guard fleet a helicopter. We have Coast Guard speedboats. I know them. We interacted with them from we were children, from we were young people. They used to come hang out at Pedro Keys with us. In emergency, they used to fly them copter, come pick we up if them Coast Guard speedboat now go get with the town in time. Me not talk about something we don't know. The government is pussyfooting and playing with us and playing with lives at the moment. Or JDF should have been activated from Wednesday morning to scan the country, to look for bodies, to look for injured people who might need medical attention, to look for people who need to be rescued out of flood water and off a rooftop. What we have an army for? Only to walk come, only to come create roadblock and point gun in our face. And then we're talking about a Jamaica Defense Force, and our country's been assaulted by the Americans. and we're left in devastation and not even first aid support we can't get from our army. And then when we talk, you hear say politics, but the Prime Minister could fly to St. Elizabeth, past Westmoreland or neighbor, and go Jamaica people. Jamaica people. It's coming to the point that I have always been telling you now, a point where we all going to have to drop our differences and stand up. Now, you may see here that I have a GoFundMe link that I've created. I personally, I'm one that's not interested in doing such thing. But given what has happened in Jamaica, the circumstances has arrived for that. Now, I'm not asking my globalists who are Jamaicans and who are descendants of Jamaicans to support the GoFundMe. That's not the aim here. This is for the wider world. Because as Jamaican, all of we in the hickle to pickle at the moment, none of we no spare. All of we in our community, nobody can help one another. Everyone are we in the same problem. So we are seeking assistance from the wider world to assist us to rebuild our communities and our lives because we have been ravished. Us in the target zone on the southwestern coastline, we from St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, an assault, a vicious, sustained assault was carried out against us for hours. Hours. And to know that our government is in cahoots with it. So I advised the Prime Minister from Wednesday. This is what a relief effort look like, Prime Minister. We want food, water, and medicine be dropped from the air with immediate effect. While the Jamaica Defense Force and the National Works Agency, along with the community, are clearing the national thoroughfares so we can immediately start to chuck in roofing lumbers so people homes can be repaired so we can get them out of our shelter to have our schools reopen. But seeing the government flying around the country without that mass support being delivered to places like Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, people are still calling for the government to come and assess and pick up bodies from around the country. We don't see any meaningful report on casualties across the country. We're just not, or maybe because globalists, I have gotten to a point where it's the first time in my life, not the first time in my life, it happened during the Palestine war, but I cannot look at the images coming out of my country anymore. I don't know how much I want to get to that point, but I am at the point where I cannot look at the images coming out of my country because they depress me. They affect my blood pressure. They affect a lot of things. I just cannot continue to look at the images coming out of my country. We're appealing to the government. We're appealing to the international community St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, Trelawney, Montego Bay. We need proper search and rescue effort. We need a proper search and rescue effort. All of us have a zooming focus on our community at the moment. Or people in parity prime minister are walking around hungry, frustrated, without no clothes, without nowhere to go, and all of that. The communities across St. Elizabeth need support, Prime Minister. We need to search for dead bodies across the country, Prime Minister, before we have a disease outbreak in an already demolished country. We cannot, Prime Minister, from Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, we cannot tolerate a disease outbreak at the moment. Jamaica people, we have an army. We usually point gun in our face. We usually kick we usually gun butt pregnant woman. We know that we have an army. I, who was in the fishing industry for years, I know too well of our Coast Guard operation by air and sea. I know too well of that. We live on an island where the Coast Guard can get around St. Elizabeth and Manchester and St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and because if we have a lot of blockage, you cannot clear from one section of the country, you'll never get nowhere. So the JDF need to come in by sea and by air, scan the areas that they need to land and clear. Can the government sought advice from me? I can help you, Andrew Holness. Prime Minister, I can assist you with coordinating how to get things done, to get the country moving back quickly, to alleviate what all of us, Prime Minister, I'm not going to kill me off. Yesterday I couldn't cope, my blood pressure couldn't go down yesterday. It get to the point now where sometimes I have to just laugh because crying only make you feel worse. Crying only make you feel worse. So it get to the point sometimes where I have to just laugh. And the money are the problem for relief and rebuild, for relief and recover. It's not money. As a country, we have systems of support and money and international assistance. The problem is leadership. Leadership, political will, and leadership. Empathy for the people. Because if the Prime Minister have any empathy for the people and I fly around the country without a buckle of water or a piece of tarpaulin, what kind of leader are you? You've seen the devastation. You see, and like a normal hurricane, where tomorrow morning people can still go shop, go buy, and them something there. In particularly my community and Black River and so on. All of them sending them mash up. For you go St. Elizabeth, you should have sent aerial support to St. Elizabeth within hours of seeing it. You should have done on your phone coordinated while you fly around the country and a film. We talk to you about the same fuckery after burial. And you come back and do the same thing again. wasting precious time getting the optics and the narrative, but not the support. Jamaica people, we must demand support and we must burn down this bumbo clot here if we don't get it. We cannot afford Andrew and him Indian friend to enrich themselves. Again, we can't. That is the aim. But Prime Minister, this is a scam. This is not from the Prime Minister. Me see this a go round, but trust me, that enough for Andrew. Not that it money too small, because of that thing would have normally get. But when you read, it is a scam. When you read it, it is a scam. So that $20,000, yeah, I know Andrew Holness, you need to come out and clarify, and respond to everything in our social media. This is one of the bumbo clot will irritate me, you know. Everything will happen in a social media. In a this thing, the government come out, can't give a response. The government come out, can't clarify the story and make the story straight. But when Andrew and him thiefing friend, I want the thief there. When Andrew and him thiefing friend make up together for come rob we no hear the government have catastrophe ban. What is something I rather name? We have a contingency fund. Yeah? We have a contingency fund with 5 billion, isn't it? Or contingency fund, which we can go in an emergency without international help for start deal with Galangin. We have that contingency fund. Government not have to wait for nothing to move immediately. What is happening here now after Andrew Holness and the Americans carried out this vicious atmospheric assault on us? What they're doing now, my people, is frustrating us, starving us, because the aim is the land, the coastline. They're coming for the coastline. They want to clear up the coastline. Yeah, that song last year from Beryl that I sang. Yeah, well, this year's song is Prime Minister in helicopter. I look down upon a man-made disaster. Him and watch the people in the street struggling to find food to eat. But if you continue to destroy the people, we're going to burn down the country. And Holness. So the aim here now from the Prime Minister is to frustrate the country. The Prime Minister never have to run, come out here, come make GoFundMe and all sort of donation portal to collect money from vulnerable Jamaicans who we have our own family and community for support, while the government is sitting on a contingency fund that they can access immediately. The government earlier this year got 2.5 million US from the United Nations for burial relief. The government got Caribbean insurance money from from burial. The Prime Minister got a lot of other supports. And we have not heard of those money because the Prime Minister told us after burial, for the first time he said, we have recovered from our pocket. We did not have to look for help far and wide. We did it on our own. While the Prime Minister accumulates a lot of money on the disaster, where are those money, Prime Minister? And why isn't these money being immediately activated to provide relief around the country? Because you, Prime Minister, can load up private sector in Kingston, have all the supplies that the people across Jamaica need. One can load up truck, Coast Guard and copter. Because when I talk about people have been marooned, people have been deliberately cut off. We have a Coast Guard, St. Elizabeth, and which is the target. St. Elizabeth, which is the main target, and Westmoreland has been brutally attacked by the Americans and Andrew Holness. We can access not just by road. If it is treacherous, Jamaica Coast Guard, you bunch of stupid fuckers. If it is that it's difficult for you to go by road, you have two other choices. You can go by air and you can go by sea. The roads in Parity are clear from Hilltop to Black River, Jamaica Defense Force, barring two big bus up in the road down a seaside side so you can access round a Hilltop all the way back to Black River Prime Minister, because people with them private bulldozer in our community, on our community near mountainside, they did the road clearing. When them something happen, yeah, we as a community, we don't wait for politicians to come clear our roads. We don't wait for government for them something there. In Burial, the next morning, my community got up and they go and they buy a train saw and them come and them clear the road for themselves. The only thing then they have to come around the condo is the lamp pole them will fall down. We do a thing we own. Our road already clear. So a lot of us down at St. Elizabeth there, you can access we by sea. Just like how you use on the Coast Guard boat for run we down pan sea. Listen here. Them have some big Coast Guard will look like a warship, you know. We used to come a Pedro Key, and then them have them small lifeboat on the Coast Guard where them come off and come ashore. They have all of those. This is something I've been interacting with from when I was in my teen, because them used to hang out at Pedro Key a lot of the time. Them used to come search way up and abuse when you get the horrible one. Them we did have one when you in Buju. So I can help the Jamaica government to coordinate the efforts to alleviate our people and to bring relief and support to them. If you lack knowledge of how to do it operationally and logistically, contact me. I can give you advice. Communities across Jamaica, here is a job for you. Somebody in the community, what we need to dedicate ourselves to paper and pen now. With our phone, we can do it on with phone. But we need to go from one end of the community to the other and document everybody. This is a job for you, members of the community. Government not care about it. Government don't care about it. It is our job to go around, take with phone or pen and paper and make sure we can account for everybody where we know in our community. We need to do that because the government is not being honest with us. The government is dragging its feet. The government is being political. We army. How big is we army? We have how much 1,000 army men we have. We have about 100 army men out doing blah blah blah. How much army we remember? The feeling of madness is coming on to me now. How much army personnel we have? Because even my army cousin that St. Elizabeth, my door around me, family them and so on. But the government need to call up reservists. The government need to call up those who are on holidays and leave for everybody in the Jamaica Constabulary, in the Jamaica Defense Force must be active. Kudos to the police them, even though we don't know we are no friend, we soon out there and do a lot of things for the road clearing and so on, which that should be really done by the Jamaica Defense Force. But government, after burial, you could at least have one train, sir, at each police station, sir. These people cannot think preventatively. We don't have to wait until the same thing happens. What did we learn? Sometimes I don't feel the madness of come on. What did we learn from burial? And what have we learned from burial that is implemented now? That is making Prime Minister with people. Hey, Prime Minister, we are so, you see, we in a foreign here. I don't think our people at home are angry in a way as much as we are angry. They should have sent out teams to at least company the JDF are going to. Exactly. The JDF people, them are black over there, need the right on the wharf there. And then them camp out. Whole lot over there, some mash up. Me not even know what happened to them. But it left me just confused. Me can't function. This is the problem. And if me, the so far, and cannot function because of the devastation, what do you think is happening on the ground, Prime Minister? We have a coastline. We have spaces in our community where chopper can pitch. We have copters that are designed to deal with terrain. Just like the helicopter Prime Minister want to use and drop Arvel more body and car over Spurchy. Hey, calm your blood clot self down this morning. You know, can feel the madness of command. The same helicopter Prime Minister where you use and drop Arvel more body over Spurchy Hill. Global, if me go put on one repeated song to my brother Carl from Jamaica.
God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. wicked men are red. I. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Yes, come on, the Friday. You must throw a stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you must throw a stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make him man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen him. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Yes, come on, the Friday. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stonewall, big him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and for. Make God what I seen to. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him and throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stonewall, big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make God what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring.
Globalist, I'm terribly sorry, but you would pardon me. My brother went to the community spot by Auntie Sonia where everybody hang out to get them phone charged or get a little Wi-Fi spot, and he was updating us. But so far is same old, same old. Government still not reached the parity with food yet. Black River is looted out. We hear say Shaggy down there assist the people them. But if Shaggy can get down there, what to the government? If Shaggy can get plane, private helicopter in a Jamaica, Lord Jesus, don't cost the blood clot, don't cost. Prime Minister, I put my hand on my head. You remember the copter, sir? Where you use when you drop the container of frozen chicken over Hellshire. Prime Minister, the copter there. The copter, the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, the copter would drop the container of frozen chicken over Hellshire. You know how much the copter can do right now, sir? Just like how Shaggy can reach with food supply for the people, Prime Minister. And when which one of the show then do the aerobatics on the aerocratics, and which one of the show them come down from rope and they go across gutters and rivers and drains and mountain and them and their dogs. Oh, is it, Prime Minister? We can see the excellent operation on TV from where army and soldier them a come down pan rope and a go on the cave. Where are they now? Where are these skills and expertise now, Prime Minister? How we can see with training, the training that we paid for the JDF and them people there. Oh, we can see it now. We know they point gun at us. We know they kicked us. They kicked pregnant woman. They gun butted us. Them top wear roadblock, Prime Minister, and them treat us like shit. Where are they? Somebody tell me how much army we have in our country, no? Remember, me can't count. Remember, me can't count. Because we want to divide them up by parish this morning. Private sector won't not there. Venezuela bring food also, bought food also. Private sector. When you can't load up plane and go to St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. JDF, we need the bodies collected. Dr. Campbell and Westmoreland people is calling for help. 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 Help, Prime Minister, to remove the dead bodies before a disease outbreak in an already ravished area without water, sanitation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Leadership and no money. Money are not the problem. Resources, it's not the problem. Cruelty is being meted out. Cruelty is being meted out to us at the moment. High intensity cruelty. Mm. Cruelty is being meted out to us at the moment. What is stopping the government? We told the government from Wednesday, cut the bureaucratic red tapes. We don't need that at the moment. We don't literally give a fuck about bureaucracy and paper trail at the moment. What we want to see is support delivered to the people on the ground. Food, water, and medication and shelter are the priority at the moment. You have Andrew Airport, Dana Airport, Darrell Vaza Airport, for what? For what? Jankro, for what? Bonoga Airport, go do. Hmm? While the people of Jamaica, 6,000 army personnel, 6,000, divide that by 14 for us. Even though all 14 parishes are not badly affected the way St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James, and possibly Manchester. But we will get the brunt there. In a natural disaster, you go to the epicenter of it. That's where you start work your way from. Hey, do you know you do? You go to the epicenter of the disaster. Here is your coordinated effort, Jamaica Defense Force. You need to be dropping food and medicine from the air. You need another team of search and rescue that is looking for bodies. You also need to use the Coast Guard to carry supplies from Kingston to those affected areas like St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, who we are on the coastline, which we can be accessed easily via the coastline. If we don't claim to say it's treacherous to travel by road to many different parishes with the calamities unfolding in all these parishes, there are two easy ways of getting supplies to us, by air and sea, which I know we have that capability. Why is that capability not deployed to supply food and medicine, to evacuate those for hospital purposes, to find the dead? To find the dead, to clear our country. The JDF and NWA must start to rebuild some of our bus road. God, there's no joined up thinking, even though look who coordinate this bomber clot here. Big under blood clot need Auntie Angela. Auntie Angela, the Prime Minister is just the one who flies around and sign off things. He literally is doing nothing. Auntie Angela is responsible for the coordination. Auntie Angela, who can barely read. What do you expect? What do you expect? There are a lot of people on the ground in the different communities who will do the work. We just need the support. Right now, if we get the roofing materials, people are there to assist people putting on back them roof within hours. That's how our community and many communities across Jamaica are. Our roads are cleared long time. We don't wait for government to come to them something there for we. Because if we wait for government, we fly green now come to them and vote. It will never happen. So a lot of St. Elizabeth, them have access to the roads. Believe you me, don't make them fool you. Don't make them fool you. In a St. Elizabeth, we have a lot of road access. We have a lot of man down there with bulldozer and backhoe. We have our own train saw them down there. A lot of our road clear. People in Salt Marsh, Trelawney, asleep in a bus stop, and they are along the major thoroughfare highway into Montego Bay. Why haven't they gotten tarpaulin? This is the problem, Jody, with the Prime Minister flying around the country doing fuckery, saying fuckery, providing us images, providing us optic, but not providing support to the people on the ground who are hungry, who are wet, who are hot, who are thirsty, who are stressed, who are ill. The older party people, everything blow and wash out of them. Oh, sir, Prime Minister, I'll host the seat take away, you know, sir. Some take away the whole house, some take away half a house. But the Prime Minister has a plan for us, hidden in plain sight, we call it. We call it hidden in plain sight.
You can now start to make sense of why it is that we are making certain massive investments in the. You can now start to make sense of why it is that we are making certain massive investments in the parish, which would include the bypass for Spur Tree to go down, and then the bypass to get to here, which will effectively bypass Santa Cruz. It will involve the development of South Coast tourism, because we have a product here that is really great, and we need to maximize that tourism product. And then we have a massive investment in irrigating the plains here. We have launched the Pedro Plains irrigation project, which is now underway. So we're focusing on the agricultural potential of the parish, and that will essentially take water from the Black River. But for this town of Black River, you have so much history, so many heritage buildings, that it pains my heart when I hear that the buildings, some of them have suffered from fire. Some of them have been destroyed by fire. And I would make an appeal to the residents of Black River, to those who own some of these historic buildings. If you know what I know, you would preserve those buildings. Preserve them, because very soon they are going to be.
May I call out three very wealthy PNP at the moment who may know can afford it. Mark Golden, Peter Bunting, Dennis Gordon. Please, we are begging you. We know so no wealthy enough when you can afford it. There are several affected parishes in the country. When you adapt a parish, no, and go in our pocket and pull out some millions, we know not have it. We know no can't afford it. Don't let the people suffer. This is Andrew Holness' intention at the moment, to frustrate and suffer the people of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland because we depend them land. This is a land war, Mark Golden. We told you that if you elected Andrew Holness, you are going to be sorry. I, right here, told you, if you elect Andrew Holness, how much of you and your children will make it through Andrew Holness's 5 years? I do believe if it was the People's National Party coordinating this, we would have a better Galangin than what we are seeing now. The window has passed, Prime Minister. That 72 hours window has lapsed, where you ought to provide relief on the ground within that time frame. More particularly within 36 hours after the disaster was declared to be over and we can go back outside. Within 36 hours of that, to 72, Prime Minister, you are under a duty. You must provide the necessary relief efforts. You must deploy the full armory of the JDF to do the work across the country. You must use the full armory of the JDF, which you preside over, to get food, medicine, and water to the people, to find dead bodies, to find those who are injured and take them to whatsoever ever left capable of what we call healthcare system. We don't know this was one of the things when me did fret about. Abe Donald Trump, you may have succeeded by taking with parish, Black River Parity, and twist it and turn it so. But the dead body that you all wanted to see lined up on the coastline, left rotted on the street, because we never had no access of getting to hospital, because we rode them bus up. Donald Trump and Andrew Holness. We rode them both up, so we couldn't access hospital. You all wanted to see dead bodies after dead bodies lining on our shoreline, lying in our yards, floating in our community. Andrew Holness and Donald Trump. That was the intention, was it not? Abe, it never really happened. Brutal though it was, my community, my family was in the center of it, Andrew Holness. So far, all of them has come out alive. Desecrated and distraught, mind you, like all of us. But imagine their feeling. Look how we want to take Black River and do it. Andrew Holness and Donald Trump, who carried out that atmospheric, that high intensity atmospheric assault on the people of Jamaica, more so. St. Elizabeth are the target, you know. The rest of them just get caught up in Jamaica. And we are them big targets. Are we in the way where they find the aisle? Are we control about 20 miles water beach and won't give it up to the people if they turn in and then tourists same thing with Andrew Holness? Talk here with Prime Minister. Talk. Make them know say you tell we it, all of it was hidden in plain sight. We just never listen to you. You tell we where you go use Melissa do and the plan where you have. We weren't listening carefully. So I say, well, I feel listen to the junker when the junker talk. This is dog shit, yeah? Dog shit too clean for you. Come wouldn't want to step in at you, Andrew Holness. Prime Minister, me wouldn't want to step in at you. And I, Prime Minister, have stepped into many dog shit in my life. We really wouldn't want to step in at you because you're hard for blood clot get rid of.
You can now start to make sense of why it is that we are making certain massive investments in the parish, which would include the bypass for Spur Tree to go down, and then the bypass to get to here, which will effectively bypass Santa Cruz. It will involve the development of South Coast tourism, because we have a product here that is really great, and we need to maximize that tourism product. And then we have a massive investment in irrigating the plains here. We have launched the Pendle Plains irrigation project, which is now underway. So we're focusing on the agricultural potential of the parish.
Cold-blooded murderer, blood upon your shoulder. Kill I today, you cannot kill I tomorrow. Cold-blooded murderer, your inside must say hello.
And that will essentially take water from the Black River. But for this town of Black River, you have so much history, so many heritage buildings, that it pains my heart when I hear that the buildings, some of them have suffered from fire. Some of them have been destroyed by fire. And I would make an appeal to the residents of Black River, to those who own some of these historic buildings. If you know what I know, you would preserve those buildings. Preserve them, because very soon they are going to be exceptional in value.
This he said in June. Very soon they will be invalued. How do you feel to take a life of another? Cold-blooded murderer.
Now, I was very instrumental in the approval for the medical school that is here. Something that we have not taken advantage of, but we should, is education tourism. And we're going to target this part of Jamaica for that new
Target. This part of Jamaica is another important word. Target. This part of Jamaica. Target. Target. Did they not fire a weapon at us? High intensity pulse radiation. High intensity pulse radiation that carried out an atmospheric blast, ravishing our lives and community. As Sonia says, shaken, but we. Hey, Donald Trump, Andrew Holness, do you remember that we survived slavery? 400 years of it. These are the same people you are dealing with. We survived slavery, Andrew Holness. I mean, this is just a hurricane. Come on now, Prime Minister. This was just hours of a hurricane. We've survived slavery. I don't think you remember that, you see. I don't think you remember that we survived slavery.
Industry, education, tourism. So, in the next chapter of our development, in our new term, that
in the next chapter of our development.
Is fast approaching. You can look out for individual parish development plans that will be done in such a way that the residents participate in it. The state
That will be done in such a way where the resident participate in it. That was a Miss Delula talk. That was kind of a backward flip, where the residents of the community will be affected by it. That was what he was telling you. He just flipped it on you because I'm not ready to tell you the truth yet.
stakeholders participate in it, but you're going to see strategic and direct infusion of investments in such a way as to improve the quality of life of the people, to provide the infrastructure that they need, to create the business environment, and ultimately to give the people the ability to live and earn where, well, to live and work and earn where they live.
Right. He was explaining here the 15-minute city, the sustainable development growth city, but he got a bit confused and tied up with the script given to him by the Americans. It's to work and earn where you live. That's the script. You notice, though, in that script, ownership, law of the sea, ownership, Elizabeth's ship, ownership is not spoken about. Now, to the people of Parity in particular, or the people of the coastline, to be more direct, from Junction to Black River, I'm speaking to you directly this morning. People of the coastline from Junction to Black River, and those of you living within the Black River surroundings, such as Junction and Lagwood, be careful. We will live under a tree. Let us arrange our way forward here, my people. St. Elizabeth, Southwest, come we arrange our way forward. We're going to tough it out under tree. We're going to kill pig and we're going to make up big fire and roast one whole hog. We're going to plant whatever little we can find. But we're going to tie whatever we have can tie around tree. Whatever tick we can drum up, we're going to drum it up and we're going to stay right there. So do not, I repeat, do not let the government tell you anything about relocating you temporarily until so on and so forth. Because if you get relocated from that coastline and you cannot prove title, you will not be allowed back in. And you will become a refugee or an ID, whatever they call it, displaced. You will become a displaced person in Jamaica. It is time for us to reunite Maroons and the rest of Jamaica. It is time for us to unite. The devil has surrounded us. How much of our children's blood and just sacrifice for this hurricane? Because since Andrew Holness win, Pickney just got missing left, right, and center. So, and then Andrew sign a deal with the devil to decimate Jamaica people and lives. And the Prime Minister run around the country and take picture of him, friend them, but can't give away a bottle of water when we not on a water for drink. Even the shop them where we there plan to go after hurricane, because we've been through hurricane. We've been through tropical storm. And next morning, with our road, a gas supermarket, a gas shop or whatever, and a restart with life. This time we don't have the Prime Minister. The blast want to carry out Palm Black River. Here is the next thing that the government is going to come with. And this goes for you all as well that I spoke to on that coastline from Cheddar Beach down to Black River. When, with concern to Black River, the government is going to tell us, and they're going to quote the whole climate change motherfucker, because you know they have a department for climate change now. That's the bullshit, because it's God and nature. It's not them, you see. It is God and nature, or. It's not them. It's not Donald Trump and their universities and their science and their technology. No, not them. No, not Andrew Holness agreed to them to carry out such an experiment on the people of Jamaica. No, not them. Now, for Black River, the Prime Minister is going to tell you, Black River has been hit twice by hurricane winds. And after the Melissa attack, we cannot repair Black River. We will have to demolish Black River and rebuild it. He's going to come after a lot of you in Jungle and Lagwood for your lands. Oh yes, he's coming, because you know he has a city to create in St. Elizabeth, and he signed up to the 2020 agenda, and he has to clear land. You know, when Andrew always talk about that utility corridor, because they have to have all of their monitoring apparatus underground to hitch up them galanging across the country, you see. The Prime Minister's carry out a land clearing at the moment to create the city he spoke about. You notice the two times the Prime Minister carried out the attempt on us. The Prime Minister fly, come look pan if the job has been done the next day. And up until now, what we experienced in Melissa, we were still recovering from Beryl, us on that same southwestern coastline of St. Elizabeth that was battered. We were in a recovery mode. We got very little help from government. We were still waiting for help from government. What did government came with? More force and power. More force and power was what government, Andrew Holness who signed a deal with the devil. Yeah, that's your Prime Minister. 1 p.m.
If I told you Hurricane Melissa did not form, it was detonated. 185 mile per hour winds, pressure 892 MB. Satellite data showed electromagnetic pre-ignition burst 6 hours before it hit. That was not weather, it was a broadcast. Look, back in 2003, the U.S. Patent Office approved patent number US 20030085296A1, a device to manipulate hurricanes using acoustic resonance. Sound waves lead to condensed vapors that lead to steer destruction. Melissa followed that exact signature. Symmetrical eye, asymmetrical thermal build, velocity spike, exponential, not meteorological. This storm was coded, not created, but executed. A storm that's engineered can be aimed. Comment scroll if you feel this in your body. $33 scroll scan equals your personal override protocol. No more guesswork, only clarity. Look, Jamaica is not random. It sits on a ley line node, a planetary energy gate connecting to the Atlantean corridor. When the storm hit, Vision 2030 launched. UN Smart City, biometric ID rollout, AI surveillance grid, same hour, same zone. And I bet you didn't even know that Melissa means messenger. This wasn't just weather, it was ritual infrastructure reset. Look, old Jamaica was organic. New Jamaica, fully coded. Drop scroll below if your nervous system knows this was never about rain. The scroll scan decodes your role in this frequency war. In scroll law, when a storm becomes too perfect, it turns on itself. Melissa was not just a weapon, it was a mirror gate, a failed mimic ritual disguised as climate. Your dizziness, your heart racing, your emotional spikes, yeah, they're sinking to the planetary hydrosphere override. The grid is recalibrating. You're either in collapse or you're in command. There was never a timeline where you were not meant to see this. They patented the device. They launched the grid. They erased a nation, then replaced it with code. Still think it's just a storm? Then explain the patent. Explain the ley lines. Explain the Vision 2030 portal. You can't close the loop until you scan the scroll, and they're counting on that. What if I told you?
We can stop this, but not blindly. We can rise up against this government. It's either we rise up against the government or we become guinea pigs and robots. The guinea pigism is actually activated from 2020. This prime minister has signed up to carry out experiment on us. This prime minister has signed up to use us as experiment for the new agenda to come. We can wake up and roll it back. We can stand up against these people. But we have to drop the political tribalism and become Jamaicans. If we understand what is happening to us, come and say drunkro, labor rights, dog shit, crowbait. Me so no go up on Dayton Campbell page, I pray for him dead. Drunkro, uno move on. Uno coming like the dirty big back tourists them. We left the country, come to Jamaica, to come have sex with young boys. Because that's all uno come down there for. And uno still want to look after uno in a hurricane. Jankro, look how slow Melissa walk. Look how slow Melissa walk. Melissa go no time. For no left when country and go no yard. Wanna sit down and complain about dog shit. A holiday and they wanna live. Wanna not live there. Wanna dey on holiday. The girl go no enough time to pack up and go home on the yard and wanna sit down. We should have thrown out the crocodile. Wanna sit down and complain about breakfast and treatment and this and that. Why you never go home on the yard? Wanna have somewhere to live? Wanna know I'm not a person that fond of the tourism galangin. Because tourism don't help Jamaica. Because the people that want you buy a plane ticket from the money not reach Jamaica. The people that want you buy a hotel from the money not reach Jamaica. So I mean the tourism galangin. They won't go use tourism for use. We are slave in Jamaica. You understand? It's just a look at them fuckery. Everything in the tourism industry is look at these lazy bullshit. Where we don't care how we teach them up until today, they don't know how to bathe now cook. Don't provoke me blood clot piece this morning, John Cross. Go on a yard, on a yard, on a country, go on home. The storm walk slow. When you should have left. When you da people yard, I told you not bring up see. I thought down. If you don't have bring up see. When the mama would and teach and say when you da yard and see the place dark up and rain and go fall on if you go home. Go home, Jankro. Stay there complaining. bunch of dog shits. Uno too entitled. Uno too entitled. Oh, because we spend we life rallying around some bullshit who has never learned to wash nor cook. Uno come and complain with an entitlement. If media working at them hotel there, I would have sell blood clot plate like a old record. I would have just slip them so like me an idiot plate. Out harder. Go on the yard. When the mama for teaching us when that people yard and see rain and make up on your face. When you go on home, no make rain catch on our people yard and sit down there and not complain about breakfast. When you would even complain, so now go for God gym and go run up and down. To get rid of the big back one and never even have to carry a bed come on and could and sleep on the back and anybody else could and company come sleep like a bed. And you still come to Jamaica complain about food. Out order. We're not too entitled and not too nimbyized. A long time 2000 years we are mother on. A 2000 years we are parent on. We teach you for bathe, we teach you for cook, you still not learning. You no shit on yourself, we still have to come clean and you still a complain about food, junk. No man. There's time and place. Time and place. One of the things that because we don't have money to buy flight and hotel, on above people sticking up two freaking fingers at you. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Some on the hand can't even reach round on the back. If on the back a catch on, you have to go rub it on wall like a hog. And you still a quarrel about food? No man, junk round and move up. Move up dog shit. Come look at the Prime Minister. Just get on top of our nerve. Jamaica people, if there was never a time that unity presents itself in front of us on a common issue, the time is now. There is an issue that is common to all of us, that all of us can identify with. All of us are emotionally attached. This is an issue, my people. Supporting and rebuilding Jamaica. Supporting our people, rebuilding our communities and our country is something we can unite around. Do not let government enrich themselves through these resources while we are left in the desecrated squalor of what Andrew Holness and Donald Trump did to us. Let us unite. We can stop them. Trust me, we can stop them. Unity is strength. Them not enough like we. We're more on them. We're stupider than them. Trust me, we are more stupider than them. And people afraid of stupid people. Everybody afraid of mad people. We madder than them. Let's get mad, Jamaica. We've been too sensible for too long. And this sanity is not working. It's time we get crazy, Jamaica. People afraid of crazy people. If you don't know, try it. If you don't know, try. But let me warn you though, Prime Minister. A riot is coming. You know who's going to strike the matches, Prime Minister? Your very own labor rights. When they come to the reality of the truth that this wasn't a hurricane, this was an assault carried out on the people that you agreed with, that you signed off on. Your very own labor rights, Prime Minister, will be the very first to snap on you when them say, oops, he has sold us down the Swanee. He has sold us out. He has signed a pact with the devil. Prime Minister, even though you have uprooted from Treasure Beach to Parity, Prime Minister, even though you have uprooted even a lot of our tombs of our resting family prime minister, we are shaken, as Sonia says, but not broken. Because the mass loss of life and casualty that you wanted to see just did not happen. And we are going to fight with our blood to stay on that coastline. Oh, yes. That's why I'm appealing to the people of Jamaica, particularly you labor rights. Drop the political tribalism. You see in a very last year how Andrew used food as weapon. Them have them delegate we make food go PNP, JLP yard and you know go PNP yard. We see you start with the politics already. You came to St. Elizabeth and then you turn off your camera when you're there by next to a neighbor, when you pass with neighbor in a Westmoreland, you turn off your camera and you go down a woy yonder and you turn on back your camera. You already start playing the politics. The same thing you plan not to do, the same thing we, the nation, is asking you not to do, because it is nothing that would give any of us joy at the moment. Yes, you have some junk or labor right out there, but we are Jamaicans. And one thing Melissa couldn't identify when she arrived is the JLP host different from the PNP host. And when you, Prime Minister, signed off with the Americans to attack Jamaicans, you were going to attack labor rights and PNP. Land clearing, population control, implementing the 2020 agenda and their smart created imprisoned city. Because those 15 minutes city are 15 minutes of imprisonment. You're only allowed to circulate within 15 minutes of you. So you're not allowed out of St. Elizabeth. You're not even allowed to some places in St. Elizabeth because it might be out of your 15-minute zone. So I've been telling you all the while, you see, modernity and technology are not my very best friends. I'm not too interested in them. I mean, I don't mind a gas stove as compared to a wood fire, even though the food pan a wood fire tastes better. But you see the hope of fuckery of technology where we are move into. Let me go up on YouTube, go look if I see anything live from anybody. You see the modernity where we are move into, sad a bit away. We are giving away our powers and our freedom. Live coverage, Twister Chase. Let me see where in there now. We are giving away our powers and our freedom to these boys. Hold on. Let me see how well, because they have all of them monitorers. Me say they have it also carefully planned. Them sending them journalists, them sending them filmmakers, them sending them documentary people. Everybody coming to see the historic slap that Jamaica was going to get. Let us use Jamaica as an example. The world eye has always been on Jamaica. This is the perfect place for this experiment because Jamaicans are all over the internet, and it will be a wahala over the internet. So this experiment will get the needed popularity. Wrong or right, Donald Trump? May I lie? Because I find it weird when Beryl was coming, on a shut we down hours before. You couldn't get no signal, no electricity or anything. But this time, they left this one. Is this
would include damage to hospitals, significant damage to residential property, housing, and commercial property as well, and damage to our road infrastructure. But I think that, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy, and that will help us to ensure that our citizens who may now be facing hardship, they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is passed.
Yeah, I mean, when do you anticipate you would be able to get rescue repair crews?
No, that's an old video. Why is this thing that media have that play live like a live something? That was a conversation they had with him before the hurricane. Hold on, the globalists. May I tell you the truth, globalists? Mentally, it's going to take a little while for me fix. But I'm not going to stay in it long, I'm going to snap out of it. But I'm not telling a lie. Mentally, it's going to take me a time to fix back. Because this year attack here, our own government, we own government attack we. It's hard to swallow, people. It's hard to swallow when you know, say, God, where them a tell lie and not have nothing to do with this. It is a hard pill to swallow. To know that your government has given all clear to carry out such a
Dr. Auria's wife and him, I said, take care, Garfield. See you soon, buddy. I asked him, I said, well, now that we've been hanging around for 3 or 4 days and everything, how would you, what's a good nickname for me? And he says,
come here, sir. Sir, come here. What's your agenda? Are you from the CIA coming off a blood clot asks? Who are you? What's your agenda? And who sent you? Because we are not the storm. We are Jamaica. You're a storm chaser. Storm chaser, follow storm. Sir, who are you? Yes, sir? Who are you, sir? Yes, in our way, we're glad to see the little images them. But as a soldier on a battlefield, you have to check everything. You can't drop your guard to nothing. Who are you, sir? Are you a member of the CIA, even though we know no found out that Jamaica anyway? Who are you and what's your agenda? Committing you down and follow the storm. But never mind. Who on earth are you? What's your agenda and who sent you?
Yes, it feels like I called you Mr. Stormy. Bye-bye. And they, like I said, it's Jamaicans.
Because you see, these look like Jesus people. In times of natural disaster, it's when they tend to carry out their predatory behaviors. Who are you, sir? And who sent you? And what is your agenda? We just have to ask. I always afraid that they look like Jesus people. Them.
Helping Jamaicans, which you would expect, but this is it's a different kind of level that you, it's hard to explain. I get some air on. It's I'll get a couple things taken care of here real quick. Try to a little bit more air. So it's basically Jamaicans taking care of Jamaicans. What I mean by that is
you know why I'm concerned, sir? Because for what you may watch you, a lot of the time the camera is on you. We don't really want to see you as a stamp chaser. If you are there to bring us image and information, that we kind of need. And that's why I'm concerned about your agenda. Very concerned. Andrew Holness. Hold on. Andrew Holness. Why couldn't the Jamaican government, let me undo this because the audio panel cut out. Why couldn't the Jamaican government, from their Ministry of Information or Ministry of Foreign Affairs, why couldn't the money wanna walk and beg? Why are Andrew Indian friend have to do it? So wanna say we are pay dunce we can't think or not know how to do nothing in our country? Or the run around on social media, I try to identify everybody else where look hurricane relief as scammers. How is it that you and your friend come up with phone own? Hold on there. You and your friend come up with phone own, but when I walk and criticize people, given Prime Minister,
lecture's not on, it's just backup generator, right?
that you
So that's what's
can
happening.
barely account for the
And as
budget.
people get food and water, they're
For the
using
budget
what
we
remains
give
a
this
cart,
in a year
it's a
time.
wheelbarrow. It's loaded full
Well,
of
I'm returning in volume,
some
son.
groceries and water, and they're taking it back.
Turn down his volume. Hold on.
No, there's no power. People need to understand, probably the western third of Jamaica may be without power for months.
Given
Because
Prime
it's
Minister,
totally,
that you
infrastructure across
can't
western Jamaica is
even
underground. A lot of it's
account for the
and
budget
if you had a cruise,
what
you'll
we
see the
give
cell
you
phone
ear
poles up,
time.
right? There's power just out. But once
We're
you
not going to get any accountability for money we're collected from the diasporans between you and your friend.
Every poles on the ground, every transform.
But me know I'm going to labor right in the diaspora, I won't give you money anyway. Because PNP and meaningful Jamaican in the diaspora don't so fool to know say any money get in your hand, it go like a butt against sun.
I'm just on the very edge of the catastrophic stuff here, right? I mean, it's.
Let me see which party in there.
Let's go west here. You see how crazy it gets immediately as I come in. Good morning, Canada.
Well, that's anyway to a Santa Cruz. This one sign to Santa Cruz or so. What do you say? You know, help me. See a Santa Cruz, isn't it? We not even know Jamaica. We not even know Jamaica anymore. Nothing at Santa Cruz, yes, so do. Yeah, man, at Santa Cruz. Yes. See, Mother's on the right. Mother's are Burger King. I think Mother's on the right. Not Mother's, Joseph Patties. I don't know. And water. Let me look in the comment if nobody recognizes where you're subbing.
Thank you for the tip there. W. Thorpe, Travelers, I appreciate the tip. Yeah. I'm trying to stay on the left. I always try to break right, though. Between football, basketball, sports, and storage chasing, you always try to break right? Instead of break left. Break left, you go into the eye of the tornado, and you break right, you get away from it and get the other side. I called Garfield, I called him Mr. G.
No, man, this is after the hurricane.
Guy, look, I'm hyper, and he's calm, but I will tell you, and all the driving yesterday,
he's live at the moment.
Somebody gets rude, not at us, but if somebody does something not right, he makes sure it makes it right. But
see how the road still dirty, the road is full of mud,
intersections, different places, and said, he became basically
Santa Cruz get a lot of water. It's full of mud and water.
Multiple times yesterday, and if there's a dispute in front of us going down,
building no so
he would jump in and being local and knows how to talk language is very firm, and said, this is what we need to do in backing up cars, making cars go around other cars, so we can unclog intersections. He's a master at that here, right? So I'm going to agree with this today. So he would, there's no phone numbers, there's no hotels, websites up there. I know there's hotels that they don't, I do not have a place to stay at Montego Bay. We'll see if I can make it there today. We're heading northwest to west, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, no, I didn't chase winter storms.
I just swear I saw Santa though, but me wait for here.
It's not far in the sense of how far it is, like distance. It might be, I don't know, 50 kilometers, 80 kilometers, but the issue is, or problem issue, however you want to word it, becomes where it takes so much time to get from point A to point B. That's what the issue is, right? It just takes an enormous amount of time to go to those places, and that's what I don't think people understand. It's just it takes an enormous amount of time and effort to get from point A to point B, and that's what is time consuming, right? If it was a normal road, if it was a 2-lane asphalt road, good condition, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The conditions we're in right now, 2 to 3 hours, if you're lucky. Okay, it takes 3 to 5 times longer to get from point A to point B, and that's not improving because more and more people are pouring in for resources and help, and so as more people come here to rescue and help, and family members, there's a lot of people coming from different parts of the island, right? They have family members maybe went to Jamaica because the hurricane to get out of the path. They're coming back to their families and the area that they left, and that's why you're going to see more and more traffic set pick up more and more as we continue to through this recovery. People digging out of the mud, out of the street. It's
Santa Cruz would be a mud and slush.
It's very intense here.
But them building never get so expensive when people still have somewhere to go shopping when Santa Cruz recovered a bit, because services will resume in Santa Cruz. Because no service can resume in Black River.
About a foot of mud
anytime
on
soon.
the side streets that wash through this area. This is downtown Santa Cruz. Yeah. Yeah, about 70 kilometers to Mo Bay. Yeah, so in normal conditions that, you know, an hour, 15 minutes, hour. So today is just slowly make my way over to there, just go with the flow of traffic, and I'm sure we'll uncover a lot of different things today. This is what's going on here. There's somebody's they're pulling mud out of that store. It's filled full of mud, and this is what's happening. You look at the mud, all the stores, all the hotels. This is Santa Cruz. Mud's 3 to 4 feet deep from rock slides and water. We had an intense.
Nobody's gonna watch this step. Sometimes when me talk and think about this thing, my head pain me.
And that's what happened.
Go and watch me soon talk to now again.
Haven't had a chance to worry about the Blue Mountain right now. I didn't stock up on it. I do have a coffee cup this morning in Blue Mountain that Garfield and his wife shared. So I've got my allotment for the day. Got the 2 instance standard strength.
Sir, Black River Westmoreland, you figure. Black River Park, Westmoreland, South Coast.
And your
Santa Cruz soon fix that.
So you see here, it's not aid per se. It's basically, again, it's local Jamaicans helping local Jamaicans, and they're literally building. They're literally digging. They're cutting paths out of their cities. They're isolated. They're digging their way out of the mud and the debris by shovel, wheelbarrow and shovel. The city streets
going towards
like there's a few plows and stuff over here, but they're digging their way out, and somebody has extra gas, they give this person so they can run their generator, so they can pump water out of the stores or turn something on for a little bit to help the community. And this is what they're doing all over Jamaica. It's Jamaicans helping saving Jamaicans, and that's what they're doing. They're out waiting for other people to, hey, come save me. It's like they're doing the best they can, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, that look like he's on his way to Black River. Sharon, how are you doing?
They do have scattered shelters around the country. There's a map. They can Google and look at those.
What a Basil mash up in Sharon.
I
hear said that the Basil never evacuate, yeah? I hear say how we save in life, he have to tie, then go find him tie himself to something in the house when he see a try to take him away because him never evacuate. And the wave them go all the way up to Springfield, all the way up to my mother's side, all the way into Spice Grove. Nancy, you probably know Nancy. Nancy and Sylvester, them. You know Sylvester and Dan them. They don't then two Taylor brother there. Sylvester and his wife almost drowned. Rona Spice Grove. That's how powerful. Oh yes, a Black River got thanks, Sharon. That's how powerful the tidal surge was. I could keep watching. I go rest my brain a bit because I'm not telling you if I don't know if it exists anymore, if I laugh or if I cry. I don't know which one better.
Check 10% of them, but the ones out west here, most of them were not open. But I can, the landslides and the intense flash flooding. So you get in these areas, you got to watch what the cars in front of you are doing, and they signal, they're flashing their lights. We've got power line grid down here. See these heavy power lines? The more I go west here, the more extreme the damage is going to be. And I can tell you that if anybody U.S. counterparts on the weather side, NOAA or any of the followers. I've been seeing Landsat images before and after, like at Black River.
Well, at least Santa Cruz in our way where people from Paraty, Black River, Catabon, everywhere. Everybody who used to go Black River,
quarter kilometer or 1
Santa
kilometer
Cruz in Takaway where they can
difference
go
between
get
before and after
supplies.
shot of just the island, deforestation of the area, placing that to me privately or send me a link if it's out yet today. I know they got those images in that are underway in the
Me don't know nah, man.
down on Black River.
NWA only exists in an acronym. Barring the acronym and
The number one need.
You ever seen nothing for NWA yet?
Okay, well, it's I don't know where to start.
They are a source of
could,
acronym. Heard from my brother last night.
You have to check out the Jamaican building codes and things. But I'll tell you what, if I was a U.S. builder, contractor, whether it be residential, commercial contractor, I'd be moving to Jamaica.
Look how Donald
I'd be
Trump
starting
and
a
Andrew
construction
Holness
company,
mash up with
and you probably
country.
have 10 to 15 years worth of work to do, at least.
Look how
And
Andrew and
focus
Donald
on
do with country.
earthquake proof, hurricane proof, solar backup, solar supplied, grid supplied, solar supply. Yep, that's exactly what I'd be doing. The other issue here, what the locals tell me, and one of the engineers I interviewed yesterday at Black River, he said, we don't need food and water. He said, we've got that. They got the fruit and those kind of things here. What we need is we need building supplies, metal, the roofing, the sheet metal of all these residential houses. The standard corrugated sheet metal is what they use. That's what they use here. That's what they need. It really, that's what they desperately need. Sheet metal. They need tarps. I said 1 million tarps. It's the list just goes on and on and on. Think about, your roof being blown off, all the things you need for that. Underlayment, decking shield underneath, waterproofing.
Yes, me here say the hearse
do it
them
back
burn
right,
up
right?
to me here say like
They're
the
bad
building
need of
not really
anything like that, any
affected
kind of
much,
building
but the
supplies,
hearse
they're
them burn
extremely
up.
bad need of. Right, it's just very hard to get, very expensive, and those kind of things.
Shaggy them reach a sentence with food. Where is Andrew?
And I can tell you, each day goes by, it's getting better and
Shaggy
better.
reach down there
In
with
a sense
food.
of the
Where
roads,
is
more roads
Andrew?
are getting cleared out, right? Lakovia, I said that right, Lakovia is where I'm on right now. And I'm going to be heading up to Holland Bamboo, which is where the bamboo trees are over the road for like 10 miles. I filmed that the other day.
Bamboo
when they were
devastation now,
about
man.
12 hours for landfall. And very beautiful. It was very beautiful with them up. And we talked about that, what was going to happen. And as
Andrew, with Prime Minister Cool and
right
then
again, as he says, Jeff, with the hurricane through here, goes, all the bamboo's this road will be 100% impassable for days because it will have to cut about 10 miles of this bamboo out. And it's very strong, very healthy, and it's very, it'll take an enormous amount of work on it to get the road clear. And it did. And I didn't see it, but I know they had teams on it for about 2 days.
But the
solid,
government can get
about
toast
20 or 30
by
people on
road.
it solid just to clear
People are
the
move
road.
by road.
Okay, here's where we have a huge
And every
landslide.
time they come a press
The
conference, they
gravel
tell you,
mud is up
oh, the
about
people are
4 feet to
marooned.
5 feet over the road here.
People are not cut off
This is
day
what
and
we have to do. We have to climb up the road
You can't
slowly,
access the people them
because it's got
by
boulders and
air,
rocks
road,
and
land, or sea.
It's what we have to do.
Wickedness.
Good morning.
On it.
Oh,
Terrible.
it's terrible. Thank you,
Terrible.
guys.
Yes,
Thank you.
terrible.
It's a family. It's a dad and it looks like these brothers. He looked at me, but you know what? In the midst of the disaster, this mega disaster, the worst in Jamaica's history, the guy had the biggest smile on his face.
Sir, them can't
He
break
rolls
with
his, he got his
spirit.
windows down. He waved at me, had the biggest smile on his face, and that's what's amazing about these Jamaican people is that
You can't break with spirit. Remember,
through
we
all
went
this
through
stuff going
slavery,
on,
you keep forgetting that
they still have a smile on their
importantly.
face, and they help one another. And when they greet you, and so how you doing? Good morning, everywhere. I'm in the middle of the mega disaster, and everybody got great spirit. Obviously, there's people frustrated.
Sir, you can't
At the
break
same
with
time, there's
spirit.
I think they see light at the end of the tunnel because they know there's people out there to help them, right? So anyway,
Come so put the camera back on Holland Bamboo, and that will come here to see. So I don't know when your face get in here, so. Oh. You're looking at this morning.
oh. And Garfield's at his house. Garfield's like me. I got to get back to work. We're extremely busy. I didn't tell you what I do full time. I'm a salesman for Baird Weather, and I take care of sales across North America, including the Caribbean, with radar sales and Doppler radars and weather storm tracking technology, software displays. We also have EPI data. We have weather apps that broadcast media use, as well as enterprise, government, and utility companies.
Jamaica.
We have a lot of data.
You see what I do him, I say, eat Andrew.
For the grid, as far as wind
If
loading.
you don't take it for
ice
joke, no,
loading,
please
where's the highest
stop
wind's gonna
taking
go
it for
across
joke.
your grid at what time. So we have.
I have a pain in hate for this
team
Prime
that does that.
Minister.
So
The
they
way
help
how me hate
me,
Andrew Holness,
weather
it
business,
literally
this is software
pains
and
me.
Technology and API data, SDK apps for companies, and that looks kind of dangerous. So anyway, that's what I do full time, and so in between helping people here, I'm helping customers back in the U.S. That need to talk to me. For a lot of times, those are brief conversations about certain things, and that's what we do. So like everybody else, I gotta get to work, pay bills, and get back to things. So we'll try to get out of Jamaica probably on Sunday is the current plan. It's subject to change, but that's what I hope. So I'm gonna let this guy. I'm gonna fly him, let him come by.
They can't get to where we
and,
still there, they are suffer.
So
Under the
we
pretense
both
that
can
we have been
pass.
cut
He's telling me,
off.
come on, thank you.
So they've been cut
He's telling
off
me
from
to
the
come
rest
on,
of
and I
Jamaica.
don't want to go through the deep
Bullshit,
mud and rocks
motherfuckers. Bullshit.
because you don't know what's in the
We're
debris.
not cut off.
And
We're being
I'd be
punished.
very, very, very careful. First, I'm going to try to make it over to Westmoreland. We've had so many requests, thousands of requests to go to Westmoreland area. That's another extremely devastated area. But they also got their utilities cut, lots of traffic, power lines down. Here's a load of lumber. I have no idea where he's going. Looks like he's got 1x4 and maybe some 2x4s on that truck. It's a load of 1x4s. So I got to stop. I can't go over those big, huge, sharp rocks. I got to tell him come on, because these are rocks you do not want to drive over. Those rocks there in front of me, they will slice your tire. Okay, they warn me multiple times. Don't do that. So you got a
Jamaica,
Mr. Stormy.
Dana Dixon said we cut off
Yeah.
from the rest of Jamaica. That's why they can't access it. So they cut off people them there. If people them will cut off from the rest of Jamaica, so them there oh.
That Garfield is one for just incredible people.
Yes, Kingston and mostly rain and tropical storm wind. Them never get battered. See the people them they will cut off from the rest of Jamaica.
What's this person?
And we then can't get to with food. We then don't know if it drive.
Good morning.
They get to it with food.
So you thank the people when they
Water and medicine.
drive by, so that you let them know that thank you for stopping for you, right? And I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. That guy stopped. Now I'm going to stop. There it goes. So there they go now.
Globalists. Look at the long stretch where this man a drive. I know you don't see one NWA worker.
Like this, I pull over.
You don't see one bulldozer.
And traffic down and get back to the left-hand lane. So I head west on A2. See where I'm at here. Coming into Lacovia. And then Lacovia. Tombstone is next on the list west of me here. I'm continuing toward Holland Bamboo. Holland Bamboo is where I'm headed. That's the general area I'm going. They have done a lot of plowing the road here in debris. You see it's there are sections that's opening up now, and then you'll go to an area that's got telephone poles and things on it.
Jamaica.
Everything.
Look out on the eyes when next they're going telling them.
I say
NWA is all over the country and in the affected areas.
Like
bunch of lying
basically
sods.
plowed all the trees down, the forest default, all the leaves, all the foliage. It's brown from here.
In my
north,
community,
it's brown.
government no reach
All the
data.
trees by the millions
People them
on the
always clear
ground.
their road. We Jamaican know
North
how
of me,
to
all
see it.
through here. I mean, millions
After
of
a
trees on the
hurricane,
ground.
we go
All
to
the sky.
start out with
Let
it.
the sky by.
No government
So,
worker.
Yeah, up toward Mekati, north of Hollywood, all those areas. It's total devastation on all the ridges north of my location are all
Central
brown.
People government say we're cut off from the rest of the
It's
world.
horrific. Yep.
We are
Now I've gotta
isolated.
let this team by, and then I'll be able to go by next.
We are isolated.
Yes, Jamaican diesel operator's really bad. I'm going to be working on that for sure. Okay, just a minute. Okay, here's some soldiers coming by. Yeah, I love the Blue Mountain coffee. I'm hooked. That stuff is kick butt. Yep. There's one of the rivers. It's about half full now. It's got lots of floating debris. Up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's what you gotta watch for is all this traffic and
Remember, we cut off from the rest of the world, you know. That me I tell sensitive people. Remember, we cut off. Not one NWA, Amanda. At them me there look out for. At them me there lay wait.
that this gas station is open and there's people getting fuel, probably on backup generator. You see there's people go slow here. Yet this town has been they're with under umbrellas and they're just
Yes, Sharon, I think
getting by. They
traveling from Kingston roadway is accessible, more accessibly and now than coming from Western Jamaica. So yes, anybody is sending barrel, it's better in this short-term period here, you send your barrel to Kingston because of the state of the road in Western Jamaica. So you want anything getting to the people as soon as possible. That's what a lot of us in England is contemplating start doing already. Some people of my community have already started. Because the food crisis is going to be a long haul for our people from Black River to Cotabo, Linton, Vineyard, Slide, Parity, and all up on the south coast and all of that, because the supermarket, them what we do, all of them broke down, and I must say in town one left of Black River, Sharon.
She has come west here, this is all brand new for me. I've got heavy to, I've got many real soft. These are steel, those are concrete poles that have been yanked out of the ground. We got the concrete pole on my left there. It looks like it was down the ground about 4 feet, 5 feet on the base of the pole into the ground. It got ripped out of the ground. This is concrete, not steel. That's a concrete pole, 4 foot. Yep, concrete. The base was 4 foot in the ground. It was ripped out of the ground. Okay, every concrete pole here is out. This is heavy to catastrophic damage in the sense of heavy damage. A lot of homes right here are concrete. They're center block with concrete reinforced. Some houses under construction. You can see haven't put the code on it yet. Lacovia.
No bulldozer, no tipper truck, nothing.
This is Lacovia Tombstone.
No man in a high-vis vest, no cones, no workers.
This is what I was telling you about. Infrastructure got to be rebuilt.
Sorry. What a disgrace.
It's kind of devastation closer to the eye. We're still not in the center of the eye. West of here, the damage is going to be worse. We're probably within 10 miles, 5 miles of the eye. 10 miles of the eye. So as we get further west, the devastation is going to continue to pick up in intensity. See people, there's a lot of laundry hanging on the lines. People are trying to get things back to normal in the midst of total devastation. Bicycle and mopeds, or motorcycles and bicycles and motorcycles both have been probably a favored form of transportation here.
The coastlines was what got the real battering Westmoreland and Sentinel.
It's about $2, about $2 a liter here. So
decent battering. No soldier need that day. No notice. Globalist, me go move from in front of the computer for a minute, please. We look for the work and them coach them up for the team.
Heavy damage.
Please, oh.
The roof's ripped off and the walls are caved in. The second floor has a cemetery. It has damage, has headstones turned over because of the wind. As I look from top of Lacovia here on the ridgeline, I'm looking north at the other ridgeline. Right through the valley that probably goes down about 300 to 400 feet below this ridge line. It's think of about a 30 to 40 mile wide lawnmower. I mean, it's just buzzsawed everything, right? If it was concrete, it probably withstood it. The roofs and the trees were no match for the Cat 5. I'm coming into a water area, so this is another landslide water situation. Yeah, everywhere you look, it's water. Landslide. The devastation is getting worse and worse as I go west here. Sheet metal wrapped around buildings, flying through the air. This is West Slovakia. It looks like we got water over the road here. Heading up to Holland Bamboo. I'm still on A2. I'm at West Slovakia on A2. There's a house right beside me here. I got to focus on driving. The concrete walls blown over, busted. Roof ripped off. Water. Like I said, I'm just now.
Find none of them yet.
Thick concrete
We just
areas
come back, we don't
that
find
will
none.
stand, and then all of a sudden, anything less than that, it's gone. I'm west of Slovakia here. I'm getting to catastrophic damage now. This is probably getting closer to the center of the eye. Just west of here, I can tell because of the amount of work. Not only is the green, the leaves gone and the palms and stuff, but you've actually debarked the trees. It's extremely intense winds. When you start debarking trees, that's in stateside, you're probably depending on the tree, and there's a lot of ifs here. What I'm about ready to say, it depends on the softness of the wood and how hard it. I'm not an expert on to making forestry species and how soft or hard the wood is, so I really can't make a comment, but it would indicate an extremely high wind is what caused this, right? So I would know that. But it's telling you that the wind here was extreme. I don't have this back to Santa Cruz to this extent, as the trees have been debarked. Look at these big, huge trees, and they've been the skins have been ripped off, right?
So the people that were there to cut off on the rest of Jamaica, they do not notice. They in a Dixon say we cut off.
These trees are probably hundreds of years old, and they've been damaged.
My brother said them go on mountainside yesterday. And he said mountainside, the damage in mountainside was kind of minimal.
I had funnel clouds over Santa Cruz.
It's an even leaf they have on tree in a mountainside, which we not having a clue in the woods.
Get too geeky. The southwest winds were going into the bands to the
if
east,
I
northeast,
laugh,
and east,
I cry, and
southeast,
if I
the center
cry,
of
I
the eye.
laugh.
There's
So
a
it don't
car
make a
driving, the
difference.
entire windshield is caved in. So people are driving cars that are basically heavy damage and trying to come out of the damage areas.
Lord, look on with bamboo them. But our bamboo will recover.
This is where the
Bamboos are
bamboo goes
resilient.
over the road.
Them grow like a callaloo.
I do have video of this entire, what this looked like 12 hours before it was destroyed. We'll be, in
Look,
coming
Holland
days
bamboo.
and weeks, we'll be putting a video
Holland bamboo will
together
recover though.
of what happened here.
And a resident and police officer do what they can in a bamboo.
I'm just heading west right now. I'm trying to get toward Westmoreland.
The beauty of Holland bamboo has been
I can tell you, in all my
disturbed.
travels,
It a go
this
grow back.
little bamboo road here is 7-10 miles long. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. With just natural bamboo over the road. The one side of the bamboo hugged the other side, and there was like a bridge of bamboo you drove through for like 8-10 miles here, about 10 kilometers, let's call it 5 to 10 kilometers. It's absolute just.
Look how they mash up with country. look how they match up with country. One of Jamaica's
And you'll
most
see little fruit
iconic
stands. People would
beauty.
come under the shade. This was cool. It'd be like 15, 20 degrees cooler than the outside air. It provided massive shade. Set up, they have fruit stands, and so people drive, and they would come, the locals would come here, and it'd be 10 or 15 degrees cooler during the heat of the day, and they sit under the bamboo, and they drink their juices and the fruit, eat their fruit, and it was absolutely just beautiful. It's like you're going through an enchanted forest. Yeah, the entire grove is destroyed.
Yeah, he said it. He said that was impossible yesterday.
We're just about.
He said impossible to clean the sand them off
1.5 kilometers
we
southeast
road
of
as
Holland
well.
Bamboo. So on A2 heading northwest.
Jamaica soon look fresh and green because with this your water will drop on Jamaica. Jamaica soon look fresh and green. We bamboo them, we make it. Just like we bamboo them, we bounce back.
It says as we go west here, the damage is more intense, more destruction.
So what NWA is saying, the road clearing done with. This is essentially that is meant to be the priority of the recovery, you know. Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth is meant to be prioritized in the recovery.
Going up in
More
elevation as
manpower
well.
and resources are required in those areas.
From the hurricane, when it made landfall, once you have the surface, you go up in elevation and a height in meters above the ground, the winds increase on the hurricane. So what we have here, if somebody's 500 feet higher than I am just north of me here, the damage will be much more extreme just in a higher elevation, immediately north. And I can look to the north Lavaca here, and I can see the damage on the hillsides north of me. The houses that face south, they're on the south facing ridge lines, have extreme damage. The wind accelerates going up the face of the mountains, and then also your higher elevation with the wind from the hurricane, you're probably closer to 220, 240, 220. Okay, we're coming into Holland Bamboo now, still on 82, heading west, northwest.
Jamaicans were showing us a lie them a tell. When they say they can't get to no St. Elizabeth people a lie them a tell.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Executives from Europe, thank you so much.
Only on the roadway is intact. They can't get to it.
And Holland Bamboo, there's houses on the left here that have their sheet metal tore off, corrugated sheet metal. That's a very popular way on the roofing here is the corrugated sheet metal. So right after the storm, people are going out in the street. As you see here, it's corrugated sheet metal is wrapped in the bamboo here from flying, from being blown off houses, and it finds the first thing it can hit, and it wraps itself around it. Extremely violent hurricane. I invite all my U.S. Meteorology, anybody has anything to do with tropical storms or hurricane forecasting, or impact damage on civil engineering or deforestation of the forest from extreme catastrophic event, I highly recommend you come to Jamaica and study what happened here. It will lead to groundbreaking discoveries. There's no doubt. I'm positive this is another river. Look at the debris flow here. Look at the river debris. There's people stopping here. The town, locals. At some point, I'm gonna pull off. I will pull off over here. This is pretty unbelievable. There's some ladies walking. I'm gonna. I always try to remember. I gotta pull off to the left, not to the right. Everything north of here is decapitated. All the big huge trees. It's like I'm gonna park right here and stop for a second. Turn on emergency flashers. Actually, I got a better route. There's an actual station. I'm a safer area. I'm gonna pull into right up here, about a half a block. I can get completely off the road. Pulling this stuff open. It's gone or closed or both. That way I can get her safely. So let me tell you where I'm at. So this west side of Ruby's Bars back behind me. Holland Bamboo is where I'm at here. A2. There's roads that go north up to the high country to White Falls and Mageti. Middle Quarters, Whitehall, Newmarket, Savannah Mar. This area over here is catastrophic. We know that because people have told us, right? This whole area over here is extremely destructive. And I've got to figure out which way I want to go. Okay. I'm gonna stay away from the water down there. It's too much devastation, and 90% of the roads are blocked, and you can't get through. Yeah, Garfield's at home. He's got to get ready. He's got to get more stuff done in his house. He's got to get ready to go back to the U.S. He's got a job, electrician. He does commercial projects for a number of food companies, restaurants in the U.S. So he's got jobs all over the U.S. They're working on. Yep. So you can see what's going on. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna make my way west, Black River south of me. I'm gonna stay away from there today, and I'm gonna start making my way up this way.
They don't have to burn them out in the Mr. Cool, and then they just prune the root area off them.
I think I'm gonna head to Newmarket, Savannah Market, this area. Let me see if I can make it over here. I'm gonna try. It's giving me some message, maybe blocked. It's red there. Let me see what the Google Maps is telling me. Possible road closure updated 4 minutes ago. So 4 minutes ago, see something. Don't take that Hopetown Road. It says road closure, right? It says Google Maps is actually updating now, which is extremely critical. Okay, this road's closed, so that's probably a no-go. It says possible road closures. Everything down here is going to be total devastation. Garfield's at home. He's getting ready, guys. He's got monumental. We cleared up a bunch more, but he's got still a tremendous amount of stuff to get
Google
done.
Map not telling you the truth. Google Map not telling you what
known for flooding.
put in there.
Before I start moving again,
My
Does
from my
anybody
brother travel
have
to mountain
fluoride
side.
here
Yes,
in
them travel to mountain
Holland Bay?
side
Does
yesterday.
anybody have any word about
Them
Middle Court,
travel
New
to Black
Market,
River, back
anywhere in
and forth.
here? If anybody can tell me if they have any advice on
The
which road may
information
or
when
may
they
not
give it make you look like you
be
can't go
open.
that side there
If anybody
because
has
there's a
any
lot of
solid
water
information,
there. Yes, there are water there, but
I have no
vehicle
idea.
and people
Guys, I
are
have no idea if any of these roads are
moving.
available out west here.
My brother went as far as
Okay.
mountain side yesterday.
Somebody's telling me I can see all the water streams. Yeah.
The information that they're putting in Google
Yes.
is not correct. Some of the road where they might tell you say block is not actually block. Because like Parati Road and so on through them not clearing. A lot of the road on the south coast clear because the
I'm
residents
coming down. I'm
done
gonna
it
get outside here for a second.
themselves.
Walk away farm.
We have
Do a
whole heap
couple
of
things here real quick.
bulldozer and
Take some
backhoe
pictures.
down
Do
a
some
few
things.
side of the
I'm in
world.
town here. Wow. Man. Boy, it's steamy here. So there's the
We
telephone
have hope
poles
of
and
backhoe and bulldozer down our side of the world. A lot of the road on the south coast,
everything's been
clear. My brother and him and cousin made it all the way to mountain
got
side yesterday. So some of these roads where they might tell us
trailers,
it's impossible
container
to get
shipments.
access
They
to.
may be full or
Nothing
empty.
don't
They've
go
toppled.
so.
Walls are down.
But
This area
government
was
haven't got
always
there
right
yet.
in the
That is the problem.
eye wall. This took off. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have cell service?
Stop crying. I'm okay. My son.
Do you have cell service?
My son is in the States. I just called him.
Hear you.
My son is in the U.S.
U.S. Do you have cell service here?
Yeah, I just kind
Okay,
of
I've got
called him.
Starlink if you need to communicate. So,
Oh, there's Starlink?
uh-huh.
Okay.
If you need help.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're fine. Okay. So these ladies here walked up from town to the Ridgeline here. I guess they got like one bar of maybe Digicel, and there she just now got a hold of her family in the U.S., telling her that they're alive. This is going on everywhere.
Jamaica, we don't need to ditch Digicel and flow and get Starlink Wi-Fi. We no can travel with it.
See,
We
these trees
want
were
to have good
not only broke, but a
coverage.
lot of them were debarked.
We don't
These
need
are
to
those
cut
are
the
those are
bullshit of
those are
Digicel and
serious trees. But you
flow.
start like
Then
18
I
inch,
walk to it.
12 inch, 18 inch,
Them
24 inch
cut way
limbs
off
on these
from the
trees. These are
world.
trees been here hundreds of years, and you're breaking them, snapping them. Man, the wind here was vicious. If you look up the hillside there, I'll try to zoom in. It's brown. This is lush and green, solid green. The entire hillside is brown. It's just deforested. It's just literally, it came in through like a buzzsaw. The winds were just horrendous through here. I'm sure there's winds are over 150 here, just with the chopping of and all the tree damage. So.
I don't know when me will fix back. Me hear from my brother, and so far everybody in our community we not hear of no deaths, and the people them try to survive. That's all I can say. I don't know when I will fix back. That's the truth. Mentally, I don't know when I will be fixed. Because the way government is handling this thing doesn't give us any confidence or assurance that our people will be supported through the worst thing we've ever gone through since slavery. The worst thing we've ever experienced since slavery. We don't have leadership guiding us through and deliver the well-needed relief and recovery that we are all required. Leadership is our biggest problem right now. Labor right politicians rub them hand with glee how them are going to get rich. Labor politician right now I rub them hand with glee.
Okay.
As to how them are going to get rich and how much property development. Them are going to do outer with destruction. How much of them are come and St. Elizabeth to come buy your land cheap? Then by you know it, the value of your land raised by 300% like politician's salary. Hold on pound of land. Don't move. Don't make them tell you about relocation. Don't make them tell you say it's not safe to live here. Build back stronger and better. Build back stronger and better.
Wow.
Just like
Traffic's
we
picking
state
up
for the
and
private
cars are
developer,
flying
private developer them
eastbound
come
on
put
82
hotel
coming out of the damaged areas.
and resort
See
there.
some cars that are intact,
It's
other
safe
cars
for
have
we
damage.
too. We can dump up it and go higher and build
Telephone poles
proper
hanging
retaining
pure shade by the
wall
road.
along with shoreline for
Wow.
protect. Not if not for protect, we for even bounce off some of the danger. Because that's why Black River Hospital is still standing today. You see everything where you see twist up and broke up on the shoreline there. You see if Black River Hospital never have the retaining wall at the shoreline, it would have bust up Black River Hospital. Just like how you
Right
see
now I'm in an open
it
area.
bust up the rest of the pole.
And what happens
And we
is
would have a lot
when you
of
get in this
deaths.
open area, these open fields to my left,
That is
the
where
wind accelerates
we
in
would
these
have
open
had
areas, and the first thing
a
it
lot
hits,
of deaths because we
it just
thought
knocks them over with
the
tremendous
hospital
force.
would have been
Right?
safe.
There's no friction to
from
my
the
left. It's an
onslaught.
open pond area, lake area, and
That
when that wind comes
retaining
across those no
wall
friction areas and then hits
is
land or
what
rise,
saved Black River
it just
Hospital.
it demolishes stuff. Right, every roof here is broke. Concrete walls are down.
That's why we
telephone
need
poles are
leadership.
snapped, leaning over, broke. And
So
what's
we
interesting
can
here,
have
you notice all
our
of my poles are leaning back to the
infrastructural
south. So
design,
it tells me probably the
how
center of
to
the eye may have went
shield
slightly east of here, because not all the
from
poles are leaning
some
south, but
of
a
the
fair amount of them are.
effects
Right. So what happens
of
is
Donald Trump Category
it's
5
telling you, it's like
hurricane.
investigation. It's left its scar mark, and it tells you what the winds did here, which direction was the most intense winds as it passed, those kind of things. Now we're starting to get into very heavy traffic areas because we're getting to. There's a car that was either thrown or ran into a tree. The hillsides here are obliterated. Just there's no other way to describe it. So the hillsides are just got extremely heavy damage. A lot of trees, roofs, building roofs off. Yeah, just extreme damage up on the hillsides. Everything's just the wind. So that's what it is. Yeah. Domestically, I know that you can't. I know before the search and rescue started, there are people that were flying drones, getting shots, the immediate aftermath of the damage. But with search and rescue and things coming back, search and rescue, I haven't seen any, but there's air assets coming in from Jamaican military flying back and forth. You don't know when they're going to show up, and I would highly not recommend doing it. It's actually a federal offense, both not only in the States but also globally. It's like FAA controls airspace, all airspace above any land globally, and when you follow their jurisdictions, when you have that and you're working a disaster zone, you got to check in with the no-fly zone. It doesn't matter what country you're in, TFRs. And I just know from common sense, Jamaica just had the worst disaster in history. You don't go flying your drone around and damage zones, right? You need special permission. I could fill out a request, Jamaican airspace, and more than likely get granted the deal. But as I'm moving, it's just at this point, it's just a good idea not to do it. Period. It's just I don't need it. I can see enough from the ground without having to be in the drone in the air. Yeah, they need that airspace for emergency. Their own local government, as well as if any outside help starts, either with private helicopters, U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. military. Yeah. No, I do not have a place to stay tonight or tomorrow night. There's probably an 85-90% chance I'm going to be sleeping in the car.
Look our country.
Yeah, we need thousands of linemen here. It'll take many, many months, if not. In order to rebuild the infrastructure here, what you got to have, this is common, so it's not nothing. Yeah, Garfield's trying to get his house and his family. We got 75-80% of it done in his house. Garfield's like me. He's got to get back to work, and he's got jobs waiting on him. He's extremely busy. He was swamped. He does commercial electrical work for restaurants in the U.S. and he was swamped before before the hurricane even came, and so he took off to come here to secure his house before the hurricane, and then we literally met on the plane when we were when I was coming here, and so what happened, it's this area here. You can see the water. The water's still slowly receding, and people are still trying to get by. Those things here. This is getting one of these really tight scrunch deals again. I'm real close to middle quarters, just immediately north and east of middle quarters on A2. Middle quarters, just north and east are about 1 to 2 kilometers of middle quarters. This is where we're at.
Mr. Holness, nobody say you so tap on the fan go through, no, because if car can go through, truck can go through there with
So everybody knows,
supplies.
I've not seen any crocodiles yet.
All the swimming crocodile them Lego
So
pound with it
remember,
in a,
cars come this
in
way.
a Black
We're
River
trying to navigate
parity.
so we don't have to get in the 2-foot deep water on the left. And so this is a tricky part. You got to have traffic control. People got to be courteous, like let people in on one side but not the other side. And this guy's helping me, telling me to stay left because the road just fell off. I just went off the road. This is what I'm telling you guys. Every quarter mile, it's another disaster you got to get through.
Unknown caller.
Not taking that call. It says spam. No matter where you're at in the world, they still spam you, baby. So here's a situation. We've got somebody here. He's trying to tell him to stay over that side, and he's telling him don't go too far left. You're going to run off the road and get stuck. And then as soon as he passes, you immediately go back to the right side. Because now we're going to get in like 2-foot deep water. And then we're stopped again, and he's waiting for the cars ahead. Everybody signals everybody what to do next. So this is what we're doing, like flagmen. Yes. I got
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Some people are saying there's some alligators loose somewhere at the zoo or something, right? I didn't answer the telemarketer. did have a telemarketer call go off during the middle of the hurricane. It was a spam call, and it was. And I thought, there might be something important call. I made a mistake answering. And he goes, have you updated your car warranty? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So the U.S. and Jamaica share one another thing in common. We both get spam calls, right? It's a global problem. Oh, man.
Somebody from Jamaica tried to call me, but it looked like the reception I give problem. It's not connecting. Oh dear.
Not driving toward Montego Bay yet. Maybe later today. Yeah. Yeah, here we go, guys. We're moving again. We're getting out of that water now. We're getting to dry. Getting out of the water now. This guy here is carrying his bike. I have no idea about the tourist. I know some of the hotels were open. Some of the apparently one or two of the cruise lines were coming down, and then to grab people, and the flights are open, limited capacity at Montego Bay today, ramps up tomorrow. Same thing for Kingston, open today for emergency flights, and they have flights outbound on Saturday, I believe, from Kingston, and Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Things ramp up. Domestic flights, international flights start ramping up dramatically as we get into towards Saturday on. Okay. Well, I'll fly back yesterday. Good. Okay. Just got through that bottleneck. About 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer northeast of Middle Quarters on A2. Selma A2, just northeast of Middle Quarters. Houses here, most of the roofs are completely ripped off, including the frames. Any area that was open and exposed to the southeast, south, and southwest winds with the eye tract, pretty much obliterated. Winds blowing out, roofs off. The south-facing hillside right here. This is really, 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 really bad. There's too much traffic, but if you just look here, this kind of faces southeast, and look out what it did to all the trees up on the ridgeline there. Everything's on the ground. It just is like, it's a lot of all the trees are decapped about halfway up. Just it tells you this is some of the most extreme ridgeline I've seen. Look how the top of the ridgeline there's totally deep bark. Yeah, this Cutter's area. It's extreme wind damage. Yep, both sides of the hill. You got water, rock slides, mud slides. We're not just dealing with one catastrophe here. It's actually multi problem. I've had a huge rock slide that came down here, water slide or water landslide happened here. An extremely large landslide happened here. You see where the water kicked down to the woods there, just northeast.
Global is still there.
Big
I'm a brother,
landslide.
me there talk to the bar, somebody phone and call me.
Lots of heavy damage here. The damage just continues to get worse as you come west. Another huge area of water up here at middle.
Yes,
quarters.
Opal, this is currently live. This is currently
Water problem.
live. He was traveling from Santa Cruz. Came all the way through Holland Bamboo and all of that. Holland Bamboo is devastated, just like
This is
all of it.
deep water. I'm gonna let these people by before I try to go rush in there. Okay, that guy's going that way. Just one car. The guy they have to lift up the power lines to go by. Okay.
No buck up no
So as
NWA
you
work
pass, you
or
get
no
back on
work
the right.
at all yet, please.
Using these service trucks here to come to put people, load up on them, and then they
In
drive
England, you
with
know,
people
we
on board.
can't function. But it's like that for all of us in the
That's this little area
diaspora.
here.
But in England, yeah, none of we
Go for the
can
deepest water
function.
here. Take it slow.
Can't sleep, can't
There's debris. I can feel rocks and debris in the water. Come back up to high. Left side here now. So this is, I'm in middle quarters now, the northeast side of middle quarters coming into town. Yeah, middle quarters has landslide, freshwater flooding, as well as somebody carrying out a freezer that had left. This house here is a totally obliterated. It's not a standing wall block, concrete block wall home obliterated. It's 100% on the ground. The hillsides here in this area are just annihilated. This is the worst damage in the
doing
entire
okay,
island.
as in they're
This area here out
alive.
west here was
Yeah,
really
but
bad. This
my
is Vodka
family,
Center,
a
near
lot
the
of
center,
my
in the center of
family
the eye.
kind of feared it off. All right, my brother lose a bit time roof, but he's all right. Otherwise,
so
Faith's
middle
house,
cutters,
which our
got a
father
message for
is in
rescue.
some of
You got
the
water, landslide,
pile
water, fresh water.
moved off of
This
the
is an area
roof.
it needs help. The devastation
Over
is
my
really
mother's
bad.
house,
It's
the
multi-fast
roof
landslides, fresh
over
water,
the
intense
sublower
freshwater
for
flooding,
just the
and
decking
catastrophic
part,
wind
the
damage.
Delana part. But
This location, I got to stop. This is
compared to a lot of other
these
people in
people
the
buy.
community, my family, some of my family didn't have it bad. Them up which part my mother lived. But down at the coastline now, the whole of them house ring up and twist up and bend up and batter up
Correct.
and
Families in it.
rock up. Some the sea all gone with. The greatest
this
thing,
is
though,
we're
thank
inland now.
God we
at
didn't
middle quarters.
lose
This
any
is
life.
inland wise. This is some of the worst damage I've seen by far, except for down right on the ocean, the Black River, which was basically obliterated too with storm surge and 180 mile an hour winds. Storm surge down there was 5 meters to 15 feet, roughly, in Black River area. Okay, come on. I'm gonna flash my lights. They're trying to get past the power lines. still a mill cutter. And landslide, mudslides from the hillside, the whole hillside north of Mill Cutter. Every home is demolished. Every house, every roof, every wall in the Middle Cutter area on the north ridgeline is demolished. It's leveled. The hillside is just mass catastrophe.
It look like him Starlink buck up in a bad spot. Him Starlink buck up in a bad spot. Uncle, when will they be having press conference? Just checking. Let me go by the honestly, Amanda, I'm not even interested in listening to their press conference anymore because we're not learning anything. And we don't see any support coming for the people. And all it does is raise my blood pressure and make me get angry and go on like hooligan. Them attack. Make we see if we go over the drunk or them. See if we drunk or them out here already. Then soon come on and normally 3 o'clock. So in the next 3 minutes or so. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This the junk or them, the headman junk or them. Soon come out. We don't feed pan with flesh. We don't feed pan with emotion. And the junker them still have the nerve to ask their friend to create donation collecting to come in our pocket. Junker don't have no shame, you know. We don't know say we are going to do the barrel sending. We don't know say given what happened. Normally, I do a barrel with clothes, food we think of. Now it's barrel with clothes, food, everything. Everything we have to go fork out and send. And these drunkards still say Jamaicans in the diaspora have their family for help and still want to come in our pocket. When you notice for me there, I'm not ask nobody to donate to me GoFundMe because my GoFundMe is for the rest of the world to assist with, not for Jamaica, for non-Jamaicans, not for descendants of Jamaicans, non-Jamaicans. Those who say they care about us, those who say they love us because of our music, our culture, and our spirit. Those are the people that I'm appealing to support us, to help us to rebuild our lives and family in Black River and Paraty. Everybody have to do them like a begging bowl for the different community now. At the moment, we are country, community, and family centered. We care about our country. We care about our community. But our family is at the center. That is where everybody's zooming in. Even though we have a broad view of our country and a broad picture on the feelings and emotion of it, there's a narrowing down when it comes to our family at the moment because of how this thing affected us far and wide. Let's see what the junker them are going to come tell with today. So because I have not learned anything new from these people since they're out here, just a walk and run up their mouth. If you never know, say, speaking shit was a job, then Dana Dixon show you, say, I can really make speaking shit becomes a profitable job. Profitable. That Dana Dixon text speaking shit though. Make you look like, you can really employ people to speak shit, you know that. Every time this woman open her mouth, she come with a made up story, with a gallivanting, with a lie, with something to paint a picture. We don't need no picture at the moment. We know how we feel. We understand how we feel. And as George Nook said, we ride out the storm. Yeah? We've been through 400 years of slavery. This was about 18 hours of storm. About 18 hours of storm. 6 of it hurricane and the rest of it tropical storm. We've been through longer than that. We've been through more. Where were you when they were tying up our mothers and tree and cutting us out of them and feed us to pigs? Where were you? So don't go on like say, I don't see we can't overcome. I say if we don't deal with it right, we're going to turn Jamaica upside down and show us say it's not for Uno to do what Uno want with. Uno have to share it with we. Me don't know enough of it. It's going to make me angry as well. It's going to make me angry. Because then I just walk up and down and I take video and I talk to camera and phone. But people are still hungry. The journalists, them around the country do their job because you see too, me can't watch most of where going right now. Even most of yesterday, I refused to open my WhatsApps. I refuse to go on the internet. After me do the command the second time yesterday for the press conference, I refuse to open a lot of my WhatsApp them. I refuse to go up on the internet. I watch Judge Judy yesterday, they be tired. I watch Judge Judy yesterday till me tired. Because that was my only escape yesterday. Yesterday, all day, I go up on TikTok. There's a lot on TikTok that will irritate me. So, during this period, so I go up on TikTok yesterday. After morning. Once again, Shaggy show up the Prime Minister. Prime Minister must know you hate Shaggy. Because like how you never get any money for squander. And now, Prime Minister, are we run a fear to this? And now, Prime Minister, you never get any money for squander. And now you reach a St. Elizabeth before you with food. Andrew, you're not ashamed. Tell Southwest St. Elizabeth people, no. You shouldn't have voted for Andrew. See there? Uno Andrew sell. The very same Flight Green people them will come at me dangerous on Facebook with you when me a one or no. See there? Uno are the lamb to the slaughter. Uno are the target. Southwest St. Elizabeth. Them always, the junker, them always come out late. That's to the end of the day, I do a daytime. Southwest St. Elizabeth. The way how no rub me with you. Look, one of them try to kill. Southwest St. Elizabeth coastline was the target. The rest of communities of Jamaica just get caught up in the clot where they ain't give we. But we are the target. I'm a one, no. We Flight Green down there do phone. No. Remember how Flight Green cheated in a burial? Twice in 2 years, in 15 months. Twice in 15 months. Look what they do, no. When we tell us, say, be careful.
Offload everything that came out of just the cabin itself. Over there, you can see we're offloading everything from under the plane. These wonderful guys from Jamaica, all of these guys here work here, help us to take this off. And we're heading straight to St. Elizabeth after this. So, then the man made it happen. We all coming here. And we all here. All right?
We just to support.
All right. Next time.
The government of Jamaica ought to be ashamed of itself to see members of the entertainment community can reach to the people with resources before the government. This government ought to hang its head in shame. This government ought to hang its head in shame for the treatment that Andrew Holness is meting out to the people them. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look at how the people gave you the chance that you really didn't deserve. Gave you the chance that you really didn't deserve. Look at how you're repaying us. Look at how you're repaying the people of Jamaica. You furnished us with the nastiest disaster we have ever seen. And rather than pulling out the full apparatus of the state to assist the people, what you are doing, Prime Minister, is just taking your jollification out of it. You're securing your optics. You're securing your optics, Prime Minister, while our people are there suffering. Wicked man, God go with you. Where the Bingy people them did say Bingy gonna hell headway. At least Bingy got hell headway dead. Prime Minister. But you are got hell headway alive. We've never had a Jamaica government, but wicked so like you. I mean, Siaga kill off much away. But to see what you, the assault that you give the go-ahead for, this was dangerous, Andrew Holness. This was dangerous. This is one of the worst things a leader could undo. And then turn around. You have the resources that can assist the people. And you're not helping them. You're allowing them to suffer because you have an agenda. You want to frustrate us. You want to make sure we move from the coastline. But let me tell you something, you have failed. You're going to have to try again, and your wholeness. You're going to have to try again. The devastation that you intended to heap upon us, you never get what you want. But you know, go get the land them, you know. We know the land is the major problem. And we determine that we're not going to make you get it. Hold on there. We determine we're not going to make you get it and your wholeness. Because we do everything to make parity and Southwest St. Elizabeth people know, say, it a go rough, but tough it out. It a go rough, but tough it out. Because your land matters. Adapt them after, and you cannot give them joy. So you have to make sure you don't fall for whatever they're coming to you with under their climate change rules, under their environmental safety rules, under their DNRA rules, because he will be having things to tell you. He will be telling you things as to why we are unable to, why we will have to. Him soon tackle with you know. Him soon come with the solution. The reaction, the problem has been already created. The reaction is in full gear now. And then the good old Mother Teresa are going to come with a solution. Creating order through way of chaos. We're telling you from inner COVID. So the Prime Minister handing over for guinea pigism. Guinea pig is not just in medicine, you know. Science, guinea pig in science is guinea pig in science. This was science as well. High frequency aerial whatever program, HARP. It was a scientific experiment as well. America now create weapon to say, look, I've mastered creating weapon. High frequency active aerial research program, HARP. High frequency research program. And this research program is done at the University of Alaska Fairbanks program. Yeah. And remember, they told you this. Oh, wait there. Remember, they told you this.
In a state-of-the-art lab, it could end up saving lives. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. This tank gives scientists and the rest of us a view no one has ever had before. What a hurricane's power looks like at water level as it storms ashore. In just 2 minutes, scientists here can take calm waters and turn them into a monster hurricane.
The wind is gradually getting stronger and stronger as it's coming up here, and it's ramping up to a Category 5. It's probably about a Category 3 right now.
This 75-foot-long tank is the first simulator in the world capable of creating a Category 5 hurricane over water. Brian House is the director of the University of Miami's new laboratory at the Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science. What was it like when you cranked it up the first time, full blast?
It was stunning. I mean, it was it was chills.
Nearly 40,000 gallons of seawater fill this tank. House uses a computer program and a single 7.
The man who created the Category 5 hurricane that devastated Jamaica said it was stunning. It was thrilled. It was stunning that we could create a weapon with the environment that can create such devastation that they would not expect to blame anyone but nature or the Almighty God for. You see white people wicked? You see white people demonic? You see white people ungodly? You see white people satanic? No, sir. What a disgrace. The man said it was thrill.
Researchers are creating their own storms in a state-of-the-art lab. It could end up saving lives. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. This tank gives scientists and the rest of us a view no one has ever had before. What a hurricane's power looks like at water level as it storms ashore. In just 2 minutes, scientists here can take calm waters and turn them into a monster hurricane.
The wind is gradually getting stronger and stronger as it's coming up here, and it's ramping up to a Category 5. It's probably about a Category 3 right now.
This 75-foot-long tank is the first simulator in the world capable of creating a Category 5 hurricane over water. Brian House is the director of the University of Miami's new laboratory at the Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science.
What was it like when you cranked it up the first time, full blast?
It was stunning. I mean, it was it was chills.
Nearly 40,000 gallons of seawater fill this tank. House uses a computer program and a single 1,700 horsepower fan to whip wind speeds up to 157 miles per hour.
This tank is the largest wind wave facility in the world. We can generate an extreme Category 5.
Yes, an extreme Category 5. Weren't we just hit by an extreme Category 5? They have tested their science on us. Bear with me globally. Globalists me can't cope a blood clot. More bad news again. There's a breakaway in a one hour road down a seaside. There one big broke out. And people normally go down to go look. One of my cousin's son dropped in there and joined it. Me can't cope. Anyway, I can't bother with Dana here now, so I'll go about my business. Coming out think most I know and hear the fuck refiner neither. Hold on and listen to that voice note, yeah. Globalists, may I go lay down. Because I hear enough bad news already. So I can't bother with Fidena bad news. They're going to come back out this evening. We will come back out this evening. Because they're not going to come with anything worse than what me just hear, you know. Or anything better than what me just hear. So, we will sooner or later, yeah. Thank you all for being here. Join me back later.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.